if I were making a video, say, about wires in NASA and how somebody was grabbing them, people would tune in right away. But if I talk about the megalithic structures on our flat Earth, nobody's paying attention. That's a mystery. They're saying it's a mystery. We don't know. We don't know. I know. This is what's said. I know that the Earth has a molten core. But what was it? 12 kilometers? Is the furthest they can go? 12 kilometers? I can't remember. They drilled for like so many years and they could only get so many kilometers down, and that was it. And not another drill could pierce or go any further. It was done. As far as they can go. Yet they know, how deep it is. Now, how could you know that but not know how to move those damn rocks? A couple of megalithic rocks, you don't know how to move them. You know, I ask this questions to people, and they just kind of stand there and they just... It's like a deer getting, hit by a car. It sees the headlights and is just like, what is that? Oh, by the way, it's better to say planet than world, because world is closer to globe. World, globe, planet. Nobody's gonna get that. Somebody tried to correct me the other day. Even a friend. I love you, Karen, but like, planet does not mean what everybody thinks it means. Neither do a lot of the other words, and a lot of this crap. You just like think you know, but you're watching too many videos that are being put out there. Too many videos being put out there.
Hello everyone. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, but I'm really pushed by at least one person who keeps writing to me. And what it is that it's not that this is particularly anybody else's work, because what I mean is the charts are there, the information's there, but this person keeps pushing me. And on the other hand, I know that a really good friend of mine has looked up quite a lot of coastal places being sold and what the estate agents say. So we're just going to go in. This is what we use in the UK. As you can see, it's miles. So these are the distances and the feet differences. Inches, feet, miles of what the curve would be. Okay, maybe more people watching this will recognize those kind of measurements. So this is a post that Jeff did, this friend of mine, and what it is that we're going to see a bit more information, but it tells you here how far Dumfries is from here, which is Anglesey. It's 118 miles. So what my good friend Jeff did was he went and did some homework, and what he's done is he's found this. What it says is a lighthouse which helps the ships to and from Liverpool, with captains picking up expert pilots from the lighthouse to guide them into port. On a daily basis, the house provides stunning views across the Irish Sea and to Anglesey and to North Wales coasts. On clear days, it is possible to see Ireland and the Isle of Man, Dumfries, Galloways in the southwest Scotland and in the Lake District. How can that be? Hang on, I'll show you. It's 118 miles away. So, even if we take, it's 118, but even if we take 100, that's 1 mile, 1.3 miles of curve So how would you be able to see it really? With 1.3 miles of curve. This is in kilometres, and as we know that there will be more kilometres per miles in the end, you know, like there'll be more kilometres per 10 miles, be 11, 12 kilometres, maybe a bit more. So on this diagram they'd only do 100 to 200, but there's the difference there, understanding it in kilometres of drop. If more people went and did homework, this person has, they found this information. So from one place to another, which is 118 miles, it is possible on a clear day to see. The only reason you're not seeing it on the other days is just because of the atmosphere, because of what's in the air. So it's never not there, it's always there. It's just with the lensing and the atmosphere, you don't see it. But you can see these places 118 miles away. There should be over a mile, 1.3 mile of drop. Drive from your house and drive 1.3 miles. There's absolutely no way from these places they should be able to see each other at all. I really wish more people would do their own homework. Thank you very much, Jeff, because if more people took their camera down to a beach that's got land the other side, you know, there's Wales and Ireland, there's bays, there are places you can do this in the UK, all around the world, but you know that there's land the other side of a lake, whatever it is, 25, 30 miles, whatever it is, and you take pictures and you can zoom in on a fairly good camera like a P900, you'll be able to zoom in to the beach or whatever it is, the road, the other side, the pavements, the other side. When you know the diagrams, you cannot have it both ways. You cannot say it isn't when you see that you're given the information you are about curvature, and that actually you can see these places when there's 1.3 miles. That's, you know, quite a large amount of space. And you can zoom straight into the beaches. If you can zoom straight into the beaches and the pavements and see the cars driving on the roads or whatever it is, it's because we are flat, not because we're a ball. You've seen the charts with the ball. We're flat. Please, people, do your homework and realise you have been so lied to, and I've told you what it is. It's to take your freedom away and make you believe a reality that doesn't exist. Imagine that. You don't think it wasn't the same for us, do you? We've had to do the same thing. We've had to sit there and realise that what we're living in is a complete lie. All to control you. Make you believe things that aren't real. We're spiritual beings. We have our brains in our heads. We're up here. We're not on the ground. Please, people, do the homework and wake up. It is difficult, but you're not alone anymore, because there's loads of people that have, and flat earth is getting bigger as every day comes. It's not our fault. We didn't do this. We're just waking up and seeing it for what it really is. His name is David, and he frequently goes out and films things and observes things, watches things, measures things. And again, this is someone who is actually doing this, not someone who's taking someone else's word for it or trying to protect something they know nothing about. This is someone who regularly is out there looking for these places to film. So thank you, David. Yep, you can. No, it shouldn't be visible. If there was any curvature, how would he be seeing it like that? There'd be curvature drop. This is a real person doing their own research. We have to thank people like him. He's telling the truth. Yes. Not that. Yes. See? He's showing you. Thank you, David. Yes, David. And if more people did things like this, go and do their own homework, go and do their own photography, own filming, they would know for themselves. And they wouldn't preach the lies that they're told, what they tell us. They're living in, what we're living in. So, this is Dave doing his own experiments. He wanted to see what was happening with the moon. This is him filming. This is someone who's taken the time to do this. What he's done is a really important experiment. These are the times it took. Thank you so much, Dave. And now these are the rest of the other people who are taking photographs with cameras like P900s. But P900s can only see for so far. 25 miles? Zoomed in, 25 miles. So if that's 240,000 miles away, how could they zoom into it? 25 miles? 240,000 miles? Are we ever sure of what that is? Or what that is? But these are real people every day making their own observations. Look, 240,000 miles away and you can zoom in like that? These people have probably spent hours getting these pictures. And look at that. I don't think you can land on that. I really, really don't think you can land on it. And that was an amazing picture, that was. Well, they're all amazing pictures. Just wanted to show you that these people are recording what is going on. Capture what we really see. It's not what you've been told. For instance, this one. If we were on a ball moving, do you think on a time lapse we would get this shadow like that? Not a shadow, but you know what I mean. What do you call it? I can't think what you call it now, but anyway, everybody knows what that is. It's really late, I should be in bed, but I couldn't help myself. I just felt that I needed to make this to show people that I know lots of people that work really hard to record, to show, and these people know that it's not what we're told it is. And I have to say thank you very much for at least recording as best you can what's really going on, rather than the lies. Did you see that? That was a bird. A bird went across the lens and you could still see the star like that. How you could think it's light years away. And then you've got other people who are recording what they see like that with compass readings. And this one's quite amazing, I think. Lights in the sky, but not light years away. When they're light years away, it means that we're really small and insignificant as a place, that we're really lucky that we don't sort of get blotted out by this 93,000 million mile away huge great sun, so big that, oh, you wouldn't even have to imagine. Always burning away, that they said, burning away like a furnace. In reality, we're the big thing. And as much as we need the sun and we need the rays, it's not very far away. We're the biggest thing. And we're not moving. We're not moving at all. Clouds and things move. The ether maybe moves. But we're not moving. And this isn't some NASA team. This is real people. Probably most do not have that much money. Maybe they put it into their camera, but they don't have masses of money each day to do like a NASA would. And yet look at what they're capturing. Yeah, and they needed the camera to capture what they've got. But in their own time of making all these videos to show you what they can see, it's a big thank you from me. And maybe one day someone will look at this and realise that all these people were telling the truth to what was really going on. And the truth is, it's not what you've been told. We really, most do not have a clue what is happening around them and what they're living in. But there are many others who have woken up and dedicate their time, their energy and their love, so that one day someone will see that they were telling you the truth, right? And cameras can only see miles. So there you go. What are we really looking at? It's not what they say it is. We're not a ball. We're not a ball. This is D.
Sorry if you can hear, it's a large green band behind me.
And D also records.
I've got cars going past as well, but I'm at 81.5 metres from sea level at the moment, and I just wanted to shoot in on this. It is definitely Eddystone Lighthouse. I mean, you can see it there. That's definitely Eddystone Lighthouse. Got a nice haze going on today, but I'm going to go down to the beach now, and when I get down to the beach, we'll see what we can see from there, okay? And this is at 81.5 metre altitude, okay? Okay guys, cheers. Oh, as you can see bloody everything.
So, nearly 4 miles of curve to be calculated into any pictures that get taken. So there you go. There should be at least 10.6 feet of drop, meaning 10.6 feet of the other side of that beach that D shouldn't see, but he sees all of it. But 10 feet should be missing from his view. He shouldn't be able to see it. I mean, you know how tall a 6-foot man is. 10'6". But all the beach is there. All the beach is there.
Right, the other side. Again, I'll find out where this is. Oh, as you can see.
No 10'6" drop. Look, it's level with him. Should be over 10 feet worth of drop there. It should be 10 feet down into the ground like in your view. Anyway, thank you, D.
You can see people on the beach left on the other side.
People on the beach. You can see people walking on
or salt ash maybe. I will find out for sure.
the edge of the beach, the other side.
How we accept our mind making connections and we can validate them. We don't need even science for that, and that's for me the great revelation. Is we're starting to hear our mind, our inner source, more than whatever physics or science can even say to you, you know? Because this is a more complex instrument than any science that can be man-made. Because our own science, our own magic is divine. So it's beyond, you know.
I know everybody thinks they know everything, don't they? And they don't. Everybody believes, they just think, oh, I know everything now because I watched a video. You know, there are other people, you know, even like Dave, who are researching. You know, people are really doing the testing themselves, and things don't add up to what people have been told for the last couple of years. And now we have to somehow get extra work out so that people realise it's not quite like you've been told. Anyway, that's the way it goes, I suppose. Maybe they never thought Flat Earth was going to take off like it did, and now you've got to be like a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not necessary.
Except for the tortoise just flying.
But anyway,
I've also
oh, go on.
particular priority rule in information, and that's only to those who are actually want to, because those are ready to actually ask the question. What you said about it being ready, those who are being ready are those who actually want to know.
That's another reason why I've been putting out a bit of stuff about the human body lives in dimensions, so that people understand that if you can understand your own body's in multi-dimensions, then why is it so hard to believe that outside your body will be? We are completely living in everything we live in our bodies and outside is multi-dimensional. we've just been made to see it through these 3D eyes. And even that's quite incredible, because you don't actually see it. It's the back of your brain the information goes, which is in a dark place. And your eyes then filter out an image of what everything is. But it's actually the back of your brain in the dark. So that bit never sees any light, that part of your brain. So even that's just amazing, how you even get the information.
Right. Get your thumb like that, yeah? Do that with your thumb and hold it out at arm's length, yeah? If you hold it out at arm's length, what your thumb is what your eyes actually see in focus.
So far, I figure even that through the fourth-dimensional light, what Brianna describes, the light we see on the edge of our perspective bubble is going into the center of a toroidal field, and what you see is actually the portal within the middle of it.
We have said that before.
Yeah. And then it and on the other side. But you look actually in the center of the toroidal field. That's where the light is, or sun or the moon. And in that sense, you look through a portal into the other side, that or what's coming towards us. In the sense that this is the flow of that particular toroidal field, what flows on the Earth. See the center, but we feel in that sense. The heat of the sun or the cold of the moon.
So you see, there are other people who are looking into many things to do with pyramids and crystals. The people, dimensions, vacuums, fake NASA, and all the people who will be making this and do all the research, as well as, that's more research, but more of the lies. These are all lies. And most people don't realise that gyroscopes prove we're not moving. Anyway, thank you for watching.